Welcome, guys. What an amazing moment we have here with Kriegsfront Tactics. And I'm just gonna give you a little bit of background about Kriegsfront Tactics. I'm not much into mechs, you know. There are a lot of very well-known mech strategy games, like tactical strategy games like Front Mission is the most important here, and this is basically what Kriegsfront Tactics tries to become, the spiritual successor for the three entries of the Front Mission Mechs tactical strategy RPG. Then we have things such as Mecharashi as well that try to do that according to what I have discovered in my investigation. And another one could be Phantom Brigade, just to name a few. The developer of Kriegsfront Tactics is an indie developer from Indonesia. And the game is very, very amazing. It has a lot of tactical depth, RPG elements, weapons. It has a system in which the actual humans that are inside of the robots are going to get trauma. There's a lot of depth in this. There's a map also in which you're going to move around and find stuff. You're going to find garages and stuff like that. It is amazing. So in this series, I'm going to be playing Kriegsfront Tactics. So let's get on with it.
Oh, Daisy?
Present.
Where's the other guys?
Chuck and Ben are gonna crash in 3, 2.
Way to steal the thunder, you bitch!
There you go. Don't say that.
I do! But you're... Good job, Delta. Status report.
Perimeter's clear, bossman. 1 man.
Felix.
Face up, rookie. Get your head in the game or you're gonna lose it.
Swear to Abram, if you're gonna blame me for Felix's death,
Camaraderie, lesson 1. We all gotta own up.
We weren't fast enough. His blood is on all of our hands.
If you swinging dicks start hugging, I swear I'm gonna fucking hurl.
We were all up our asses, Tom. Foxtrot is...
I don't fucking care which idiot pegged out. Get your asses here now, or you're gonna regret it.
Affirmative. Daycare, let's move out.
Okay, it's very quick here. If you haven't seen the tutorial video that I posted, you can continue and start with this. So very basic stuff. We have a map here. And basically, if you see here, it's not just like this. At the beginning, you're going to believe that it's just like this. But there are plenty of stuff in here that you can move around. Plenty of real estate in which you can explore. Here we have the different guys that are going to be part of the group, and it is going to be very important for us to maintain the integrity of all of the members. So we're going to play very, very slowly, and we're going to enjoy this as the developers intended us to enjoy. The game has no release to be seen in the foreseeable future. It appears to be somewhere around this year, 2026, but nothing is made on stone in the terms of the developer. So let's move. You can see here that you can move the camera, cancel the movement. We have sounds and stuff like that. And also you can rotate. So let's go here. So as you can see, it has this, by the way it looks, you can modify it. You can see You can watch my tutorial video in which I explain how you can modify the looks of it, and you can either create it the visual style very pixelated, or you can go to a 3D graphics normal style. So this is a temple site in which we are going to begin. So it's just a small detail here for flavor. In the fading light, the crumbling ruins loomed like a throne of a forgotten god. The soft hum of our Krieger's reactor echoed through the oppressive silence as we joined the sergeant on the rendezvous point. Everything here is inspired in Vietnam and all of the culture of Indonesia and the region, so expect a lot of stuff like this. Apocalypse Now vibes, pretty much.
Got intel there's an old temple in these parts. Locals call it Chandi. You heard what the guys in the barracks say about these temples?
I swear. If you're going to say aliens built this place...
Nah, not aliens. Spirits.
History lesson's gonna have to wait. Enemies behind the crumbled walls. Engage!
Okay, now this is the beginnings, so let's analyze you can see all of these choppers moving around, a very dense fog of war over here. We have plenty of foliage in which the mechs can hide. We have high ground as well that can be used in our advantage. We can use cover such as this one here, and pieces of statues could be useful. There's a lot, so let's begin. I'm going to move first. This one here is like the tank here. You can see he has a hammer. By the way, if you're wondering, okay, this guy can just attack. It says here a strike and a body slam, but there's another thing that you can do here. If you note down here, you can see other options for weapons. So you can see how you can change different weapons that has the mech itself. This one here, Alpha, is the main character. He has a shield. You can see that you can use the shield. This is the Valderwall, and you have also a Gagarin, which is this thing up in here with which you can shoot missiles and stuff. Then we have here the commander of the group. That'll be Mr. Echelon here. He has a weapon here, and he has a small heat missile that can be shot. So this is because we are back in the foliage. So that's the way the camera turns, which is pretty neat. Okay, next we have here the Bravo here has it is a melee, especially because he has this finger prodder here, and also he has a shotgun, something like that. It's more likely a grenade thrower. Yeah, it's a grenade thrower. Okay, those are the weapons for that one. And here we have the sniper. Sniper is Delta. She's very useful when trying to destroy specific parts of the mechs. So let's begin with this guy here. I'm going to send him into the woods here. Then we can see the yellow. Yellow means that you can move again, but you're going to deplete all of your action points. Evidently, in this genre, you have action points, and you have different skills that you can use depending on the availability of your action points. So it is always good to have some in reserve. Here, this is This doesn't cost any action points, and this is the facing direction, which is a mechanic that is very, very well embedded in the system here. So you always have to choose where this guy is going to be facing, because if an enemy moves behind, you are going to lose a lot of defensive buffs that otherwise would be very, very powerful if someone attacks you in the front. Obviously, flanking and stuff like that has a lot of effects in here. So the facing is going to be here, and that means that we have ended everything that has to do with this guy. You cannot choose anything else once you decided your side. This is the main character. I'm going to move him slightly here. I'm going to move very, very slowly because I don't want... by the way, there's another thing. I'm not going to confirm here because you have this thing, which is Overwatch. I have played before XCOM Chimera Squad, and this is something that basically the developers have taken from XCOM, the Overwatch ability to place yourself in a facing position in which I'm going to show you if you don't know. You see the cone, and this means that if something moves around this cone, this guy gets a extra hit for that unit in the turn of the opponent, if that makes sense, and then it shoots. So what I'm going to do is to place it here. As you can see, if something moves in here, or likely here, if something moves in here, we're going to shoot and confirm. This is inspired in XCOM as well. There are a lot of inspirations. One of the inspirations is, I don't know if I mentioned it before, is XCOM, and also obviously Front Mission, which is the original mech JRPG tactical title that they are trying to revive in here. So let's move. Still, I'm trying to move very slowly. I'm going to move here, and finally I'm going to place this guy here. Then we have the sniper is going to be placed in long watch in this direction, and the commander is going to move simply here. Can still do Overwatch in here, so it's going to be good. There we go. Now, it's very important to note that if you see the trees moving, you see that there are trees here, and when someone is inside the trees are going to move. Very, very neat. So you could try to predict where is going to be the opponent. So let's advance very slowly here. Still advancing with this guy. We have this area here, so we can have the upper ground in here. So perhaps it's going to be very, very good to move this guy here. We have plenty of options with this guy, but we can bring Alpha over here. Why not? This is the upper ground that we are going to be using here in our advantage. So now we can move this guy over here. Let's bring this guy. Let's bring all of them here. Still I have this guy here, so I'm going to use the bombardment